Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is SatTV Week. Now I'm pleased to be joined by Bert Sadtler of Boxwood Strategies. Bert, thank you for joining me today. Now you're heavily involved in recruiting for the satellite sector. With an ageing population and looking for new young blood, how difficult is it?
It isn't easy, and it's not easy if we're trying to do the same things over and over when some of the dynamics are changing. We call these folks millennials or Generation X. But in reality, they're just another sector. We've all been through it. Our parents thought our sector was weird and strange. This one, we just have a ton of data on. At the end of the day, it's really about, can you run your business and can you bring in people to do what you need them to do, and can you also attract them? The SATCOM space sector is no different than lots of other ones. Business is business, and attracting the right next level is really what it's all about. So you need to communicate with them, you need to speak to them on their level, but at the same time, you have a business to run, and you need to communicate what it's going to take to get your business to be successful and how you're going to excite them to do it.
Once you've got them though, how easy is it to retain them?
Richard, that's a really interesting question, and that moves into the definition of retention. So the days when your parents and my parents were in the workforce, they retired in the same company 30 or 40 years later. The whole notion of retention was defined by how long do you work for a company. I look at resumes all the time, and resumes today, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then that individual has changed jobs. So what are you really retaining? What is the most important part of it? It's that relationship. And if you have a really smart, talented person working for your company and a better opportunity comes up, now what do? Do you kick them out the door? Do you light them on fire? Do you tell them to never come back? Or do you either try to keep them working for you, and in many cases there really is a better opportunity for them and they want to move on and have a career path, and if you maintain that relationship, they may very well be worth more to you in their next job, opening up a door, being at a company that your business can partner with. To me, Richard, that's the definition today of retention.
Now I'm going to sidetrack you slightly here. Now, we all know the pitfalls and the advantages of social media. But social media does play quite a role in the workforce, and sometimes it can be damaging. I mean, how do companies deal with their staff using social media?
Well, Richard, I think that's almost a two-parter. Social media can be used in the recruiting world. LinkedIn's a pretty good tool. I think today, as far as looking at candidates and members of the community wanting to express their political opinion or other opinions, I think we all need to be thoughtful how you're representing your employer and how you're representing yourself and exactly what the point is you're making out there. With respect to the recruiting side and the technology out there, it's wonderful. It does give you access to an unlimited audience, but it's nothing more than a tool. What is out there in social media at least allows conversations to happen. I don't regard it as a recruiting tool itself.
Now, as a recruiter, what are the challenges for you moving forward?
Well, the challenges are always, for me, trying to find a relationship with a business, with an executive team that wants help, that recognizes and is willing to say, we have a challenge, and that is looking for a path that'll work for them. I kind of think the hiring world and needing talent is sort of like smelly feet. Everybody has smelly feet, but nobody wants to talk about it. Every company out there, for the most part, has some challenge, either getting the right talent or continuing to grow with the right talent. It's just a lot of companies don't really want to talk about it. It's not the first thing they want to discuss because it doesn't play favorably on them. So this is an ongoing issue. The hiring world, I think, is broken. A lot of wrong directions are taking place, and it's going to make it continue to be harder.
Well, Bert, thank you for letting us in on your insight on this, and hope to speak to you again soon.
Richard, it's been my pleasure being here with you. Thank you.